Hello and welcome to the White Walkers with me, Rebecca Walker, joined as always by Richard Walker.
Hello.
Hello. And look.
IRL Thrones.
Yeah, and it's not us.
It's not us.
And it's not casual.
Real life throne.
Actual tournament.
Actual tournament.
How cool is that?
A regional.
Yeah. Like a proper tournament and shit.
An actual regional in the region of Northampton.
Yeah. So this is the Northampton Regional 2022.
Yeah.
After COVID, after all the crap that's gone on, we've got a regional in real life. I'm very excited about this.
And we actually had 18 players.
I thought that was pretty darn good.
I was hoping for 12. A little bit optimistic that we might get 16, but 18 better than expected.
Much better, yeah. So thanks for everyone that travelled to come and visit us. I know we even had a lot of northerners come down, 3.5 hours worth of driving.
These are both technically northerners now.
Yeah, George
Rik is a northerner, and George is more northern than he used to be.
George giving us some insight as to what his deck's all about.
So tell us what decks we have, Rebecca.
So on the right we have George Ankers with Tyrell Fealty. I'm not sure I actually saw him use Fealty once while I was editing this game. I don't know if you forgot he was Fealty. He is Fealty, right? I'm not just misremembered that. Yeah, he is Fealty. But I think he's got a bit of a reach deck going on from what I have seen.
That sounds very much like George.
He likes a bit of jank. And then on the left we have Rik Raddigan with Stark White Book. I didn't actually read what the White Book does, which I probably should have done before this because I always forget. Can you remind me?
I have no idea.
Awesome. That is a very good start from us both. Just a heads up, Rik is using a few...
alternate arts.
Yes.
And printed proxies.
Yes, basically. So there might be some cards that look a little bit weirder than usual.
So it looks like he has set up the White Sword Tower, and I think that is Sir Coy.
Ah, yes, I think that is the one.
Yeah.
Because I think I remember playing with that.
Is that 2 cards in shadow?
Yes.
Excellent. So he has made the most of his setup. 2 cards in shadow, Sir Coy and the White Sword Tower. And George has set up the Wardens of the Reach, Steve the Septon, and something.
One of those.
Is that the honey wine?
Oh, the location?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Cool.
It is. Well done. I've got the White Book up just to remind us all. So you may include non-law Kingsguard characters from any faction in your deck. You must include at least 7 different Kingsguard characters in your deck. There is a reaction after you win a challenge. Kneel your faction card to sand each defending Kingsguard character you control, or each participating Kingsguard character you control instead if you control a king or a queen.
Nice.
Oh, I looked this card up that Rik's just played because I was like, what the fuck is that? It's a Squire, I want to do it. I knew that one.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I've literally never seen anyone play that before.
Yeah.
But I don't know how new a card it is. Was it that new a card?
Sorry?
Do you know roughly when it came out? Is it
No idea.
No?
It came out... I mean, it is one of the newer cards, because you can see you printed it, because he doesn't own the physical copy of it.
Right, yeah, of course.
So, but I don't know when. And we also have Rik straight up marshalled to put the fear of God into George.
Well,
and another card into shadows.
Yeah, because George is playing a deck without a single card that's been released since after basically bin pack. So we'll have to see, well, how he gets on against all the newer cards, I guess. So marshalling wise, he's got a green apple knight there, he's got a hedge knight. Oh, printer's decided it's going to turn itself off now. Oh, who's that dude in the middle?
Talbot Seri.
That's the one. Do you remember what he does?
Yeah, he gets +2 strength every time your opponent triggers a location.
Oh, okay.
Ability. So he'll get +2 strength for the phase.
Yeah, that was it, I remember now.
No limit.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so George has got the Honey Wine, Caswell's Keep, and a Rose Garden, 3 the Reach traded location. And now we see Rik bringing out Mirror to blank the Green Apple Knights. I think George has got good icon coverage.
Yeah.
to block the challenges, including Rik challenge. So it's fortunate that he had the second green icon, because if he only had one, Rik could fire with mirror stealth.
Yeah, like you say, it's good that he's got the double intrigue there to be able to defend. But Green Apple Knight is knelt. And claim.
The Iron Bank will have its due.
That's when you bring the card back to hand to get the gold, right?
Yes.
Cool. I did know all these cards. I'm just like, I'm getting myself back into it, alright?
I know, you pretend you don't know any of the cards, but you've got them all right so far.
Well, it's not so much that I don't know them all. It's like, I feel like I know them, and it's just like, I just need reminding because it's been a while. So the Squire here is going in for a military challenge. I guess this is just a little prod to see what George will do. Hey, he is defending there.
I mean, Rik does not have any power icons.
Yeah, so that's an easy unopposed for George to get back.
Yeah, he got no power to take, but he can do some challenges and win them all now. So, White Sword Tower, can you remember what it does? Does it just give all King Guard +1 and limits events?
Oh, I don't remember, to be honest. What's it called again?
White Sword Tower. Hentai Tower, because we've got like tentacles sticking out.
You know what? That's all I was thinking when I was looking at it. I just remember that conversation when it first came out. I can't remember anything it does apart from everyone called it Hentai Tower.
Right, we've got another card from Shadows. I'm not sure what it is, because it is an alternate art. So yeah, White Sword Tower. Each King Guard character you control get +1 strength, and each player that doesn't control a King Guard character cannot play more than one event each phase.
I know what that one is.
Yeah?
It's Mandon Moor. It's the one where you have to either kill one or lose 2 cards. That's Mandon Moor, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. See? You impressed? So it's killed the Green Apple Knight.
Yeah, I'm wondering then perhaps Rik could have done this earlier when Green Apple Knight defended.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an option. And then he would have had to kill the Hedge Knight, but then I don't think it matters so much because the Green Apple Knight dying is probably more favourable.
Yeah, in the long run. They get bigger and bigger, don't they? But George just didn't seem that bothered. So yeah, so George can only play one event, and all the King's Guard get +1 strength, right? With the white
Yeah, so
tower.
Mandan and Sir Emon Coy. We know what you mean.
Thank you.
So Mandan and Emon Coy then defending for 8.
What's this dude?
The High Guard and Honour Guard.
Is this the reach one?
Yeah, so ambush 5, but reduced by every reach location that you control, which will be 3. So 5 minus 3 equals 2.
Woo!
Quick maths.
Even I can do that one.
Yeah.
And that's saying something.
So George has drawn 2 cards this round from Late Summer Feast of Rik, so his hand is looking good. He's also triggered Steve the Septim for the gold to ambush in the Honour Guard and a card. So I expect George's hand is looking good.
And on to the next round. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy, 2-1 to George. George's deck is quite a solid deck, It's one of those decks that plays Fields to the Reach. It's got a lot of reach location there. Strong in power. And lots of what are you smoking?
You mentioned Field to the Reach because I got really excited when I was editing the videos and I said to you, Richard, I've been researching all these cards because I didn't know what they were, and one of them was Field to the Reach. Who plays Field to the Reach? And now you're mentioning it because I was all excited because I said to you, I was like, I'm going to know what it is when it comes up and I'll be able to tell everyone.
No, actually I'm mentioning it because anyone who plays Tyrell Fealty plays Field to the Reach.
No, they don't.
They really do.
Do they?
Yeah, online, if someone plays Tyrell Fealty, they're playing the Reach, and they're normally playing the new Randall. Because
the new Randall? There's a new Randall?
Yes, there is.
Oh,
and he synergises with the Reach.
Oh.
But George doesn't have any of the new cards, so he won't be playing the new Randall. So he'll be playing a more solid knighty version with the Reach.
There you go. Just plots quickly.
Are you wittering because I mentioned the Reach and you wanted to say, oh no, this feels to the Reach card? You're wittering, aren't you?
I'm not wittering.
You're wittering.
I'm moving on. You're the one that's continuing with this conversation. Anyway, I was about to say what the plots were.
Go on.
So on the right hand side we have Pulling the Strings.
Nice.
And on the left hand side we have Bran the Builder.
Oh, what are the stats on Bran the Builder?
Oh, fuck knows. I don't know. What are they? Am I meant to know this?
I thought you were going to show off your knowledge.
Oh, you're such a dickhead. I did have to like research what that card was because it's a weird print as well and the colours are a bit off.
It's 5317.
Alright, show off. Just because you play online and play Thrones like every moment that you get and draw your like 20 different secret accounts. You know that Red Owl one that people always moan about? That's actually Richard. Can you imagine? Oh, it's your Arya. You like this one?
This deck has a lot of the cards that I use.
So this is Arya with the prayer token ones, right?
Yes.
So you stick prayer tokens on people, and if they die, Arya gets to stand.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And draw a card.
And draw a card. There you go.
Yeah, she's a fairly nice source of draw. Better when you're playing 2 claim plots and kill stuff.
I think Rik needs to get some proper prayer tokens.
So do I. That's exactly what I do. I just use power tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There could be an option for prize support at some point.
Because it's such bullshit. They have to have all these different types of tokens. Valar Morghulis token, poison token, prayer tokens.
You do realise that we own most types of tokens, right? I think
You own. I do not own.
Okay.
I refuse to play most of those tokens.
But it's cool though. You get like all the little
It's
different
cool.
tokens.
No,
different
it's
things.
fiddly and annoying.
You're fiddly and annoying.
Why don't you play bestow decks?
Ugh.
They're similar to the mummer decks, which I know you love.
You're funny, honey.
Anyway, what's going on?
We have Old Town. Old Town, Highguard. No, Hightower.
Make up your mind, Rebecca.
Oh, I don't bloody know. Is that Hightower? It is Hightower, right?
You're showing off your knowledge here. Come on.
Well, you distracted me, didn't you? I think that's the Hightower.
It is the High Tower.
Thank you for your assistance. And then the other location, I don't know, I'm out of it now. What's that? Is that the Jousting Pavilion? No, that's not Jousting Pavilion, is it? I'll give up. Oh, another one of you little dudes.
Yep, which is crucial because double stealth and intrigue. So he's trying to give Rik away to take something. Unsuccessfully again because George has ambushed in a High Garden Honor Guard. Now the High Tower isn't reach traded, but can't quite see what the other card is. It might be the Jousting Pavilion.
Do you want me to double check?
Sure.
I can find this out. I have means. As in, they all sent me the deck list, so... it could very well be Jousting Pavilion, because he does have it in the deck.
I mean, a better play here may have been to do military with Arya, Mandan, and Sir Emon Koi. Stealth, one of the military power Bicon, which means if George wants to try and win it, he needs to nail one of the military intrigue Bicon. Then George would have been most likely to maybe claim something with the prayer token, standing Arya, and then going in with Rik. Otherwise it forced him to kill off the Honor Guard of Steve the Septim, which would be most annoying to George. Yeah, it might have been how I would have approached the challenge phase. Gone in with the military first, see if you can open George up for the Rik.
Nicely worded, honey.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Instead, we have our little prod military from the Squire again.
Just see if George wants to let him have an unopposed power or whether he would like to defend it.
I mean, Rik's got 1 power on his faction card. That's enough, right?
Rik won the intrigue. Did he trigger his plot? Bran the Builder.
Oh, yeah, I think he did.
Cool. You seem to be playing Bravos as well for Econ, which we didn't pick up earlier.
No, I was too busy getting annoyed at you.
Why?
I can't remember now.
Just another day in my life, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, wow. That's the card that he got with Bran the Builder.
Great Hall.
Yeah. Just an FYI.
You were so angry, I knew that. I could see in your eyes that they glowered.
They glowered.
They glowered.
Is that how you pronounce that word?
Glowered, yeah.
I thought it was glowered.
Well, if it glows, it glowers. right? It doesn't glow. Wow, you have a nice glow about you. I presumed it was glowered. It could be glowered.
I don't know.
What?
I just always read it as glowered.
Is that
We are
because
really off point
Is that
here.
because it rhymes with flowered?
That's not why I thought it, but I guess that also makes sense because you spell it similarly, don't you?
Glowered. I've no idea. But I've learnt never to mock someone with their bad pronunciation because generally it means they learnt by reading, which is something you want to encourage.
Yeah. So stop mocking me, you shithead.
Shithead.
You know I love you, really.
What?
Even if you are a shithead. Thumbs up. So, what is going on? What is going on, Richard? Come and help me.
Well, we're picking plots.
We are indeed picking plots.
For round 3, George is 6-0 up. He's just solidly taking command of the power challenge. Of course, he got more strength in power. He can trigger the honey wine on power because Rick is a little bit weak on the board in power. So maybe Ricky going to change this. Time of plenty into tourney for the king.
I mean, that could be a really good round for George.
It could be. George had at least 3 knights on the board. Is it 3? No, 2. Because Wardens of the Reach.
Oh, yeah,
and
the
the
armies,
High Guard,
aren't they?
Honor Guard, yeah. So George only has 2. But they are immune to events. Don't know if Rick's running many events.
Not that I remember. He's got a few. But not like, loads. What we've got in hand. He could use a few more power icons, really, couldn't he? It's strange because, normally you see a Stark deck, and Starks are generally pretty good for power. But I guess because this is, all the Kingsguard stuff.
White Book.
He seems to have lost out a bit on the power icons.
Yeah, Rick collecting gold. He got plenty of cards in hand, so he had choices.
What's that Rob there? Is that... That's not a normal Rob, is it?
Dunno. Can't see it.
It's like the second
Is it the
card
World
in.
Rob?
Yeah, it could be.
Or the National Rob? I really like those. I'm sad we couldn't get them. Unless you got them.
No, we don't have any arts now.
Well, not now, but unless you got them at the time.
Oh. Not that I remember. But my memory is like...
Great timing, Beck. For those of you who cannot see what we're doing, I decided to have a drink of tea so Rebecca could talk. But instead of talking, Rebecca decided to just drink her tea as well, so I just had to give up.
Well, when someone yawns and you sort of yawn as well because you're copying them. Instinctively. Oh, don't do that. So it's like that with tea. It's like you see someone else drinking tea and you're like, oh, I need my cup of tea now. But I feel like we're slacking a bit recently, Richard. Because we don't seem to be buying Jaffa cakes anymore. What's going on?
Well, the cost of living price increases hit us all. And the Jaffa Cake Fund has taken a beating.
Is that why we're getting more pretzels and less Jaffa cakes?
Yes.
I say we as in you.
So what has Rick played there?
Military power.
Is that Sir Bryce Karen?
I have never even heard that card. Let's have a look. Let's find out.
Then we have a mirror dupe. Interesting, we've not seen a winter plot from Rick to put Mirror back in the shadow, so she's there just for the stealth, I guess.
What did you say the dude's name was?
Bryce Karen.
Let's have a look. Has it not got any pictures?
Of course it does.
There we go, it's just slow loading.
Yeah, it's Sir Bryce Karen. Each knight
Well
character
done.
you control gets +1 strength.
Nice.
So those Kingsguard are +2 now with the White Sword Tower. The Emancoy is 4, Mandan is 6, and Sir Bryce is 5.
Seems good.
Seems good. One thing I don't like about Sir Bryce, he's got a million traits.
Does he?
Yeah, I think he's on 2 lines.
Oh,
Kingsguard,
right, yeah.
Knight, Lord, Rainbow Guard.
Well, It's only 4, but it's just like Rainbow Guard is quite a long one. And
Rainbow Guard is the same as King's Guard, really.
Yeah, I was going to say, and King's Guard is a long one
But they
too.
just gave them both to try and synergise with as much stuff as possible.
Well, I mean, he's a 5 for 3. So I guess they need an extra boost in there. Oh, actually, no. Like, I guess if it's each knight character, that includes himself, right?
Correct.
Ah.
You realise how you sounded then, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I need to stop commentating on this stuff. I just sound like a dork most of the time.
Right, so George has played a jousting knight
Sure.
and Steve the Septon again. He's also got a card up there. Do you know what it is, Rebecca?
Yeah, it's Fields of the Reach.
Fields of the Reach. Wow, what does it do?
You can kneel 3 reach locations to increase the claim on your plot card by 1.
During what type of challenge?
Oh shit, is there a type of challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that bit.
During what type of challenge?
Power.
Yes.
Yeah. Fucking winning, innit?
Why are you doing peace symbols with your fingers? No one can see.
I don't know. I've not even been drinking. I feel like I should have been though.
Arya is no one, but it has been redesigned. So she loses faction affiliation and traits, but she keeps her stealth. She gains insight and she doesn't kneel to attack, which is quite nice. Quite nice.
I have a random question, which I'm going to sound stupid, I know, but never mind, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm no one. Is that 3 cost 3 or lower? Or have I just...
Or Arya.
Okay. I was just thinking, like, I'm sure it's 3 cost or lower, and I don't think that Arya is 3 cost or lower. So thank you for clarifying. Rik is doing a power challenge.
So if Arya can't be no one, then what's the point?
That is very, very true. So a power stealthing this dude at the bottom. What are they called again?
Which one?
This one.
Oh, the Wardens of the Reach.
Wardens of the Reach, yeah.
Because they are fairly strong now. You just said they were stealth,
They
Rebecca.
are stealthed.
Oh, there you
Ha. That's why I pointed it out. Because George has been a dork.
are. George is being a dork. Did you hear that, George?
One of the rare occasions where I can call someone else a dork.
This happens on a daily basis. You call me a dork.
Yeah, I know, but like, you live with me, so...
Do I? So that was the power for 3 strength. I mean, George, could he have defended that? I don't think he... Yeah, he could have defended it with Steve and Sir Talbot Seri. And maybe the Hedge Knight if you wanted the renown.
Yeah, I think he just wants to, you know,
Maybe
hit
he
back
wanted
and maybe
to-
get his plot working for him. So.
Yeah, and Fields of the Reach. Because if he attacks in power, he's got 2 claim. So it makes more sense to win power on offense.
And if he can do it with a big enough challenge, he could also get the trigger on the Honeywine as well. Big old military, again stealthing Wardens of the Reach. Are they the ones that get plus strength for all the locations?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
so
then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 the Reach location. So they are 8 strength.
Nice. Let's see why he wants to stealth them.
That would be, yeah. Tell you what, you must go carefully around them.
So yeah, big old military, stealthing the Wardens. What's George going to do? I mean, you chump block with the person you want to get rid of, right?
What? Say what?
You would chump block with the person you want to get rid of, right?
Yes.
Or you just Steve the Septimate. I guess he's got an ambition.
Possible.
Hmm.
He might be running Hightower Spies for strength pumps. Seeing as he's got some ambush tech. Also triggers a Hightower in the challenges phase for an extra card and a gold.
Ooh.
Rik Shadow of the North to raise claim.
Nice.
So again, he's not running Winter Plot, so it's not coming back to hand. But he is raising the claim. They had an unopposed. What challenge was it? Military. Nice. One of the only problems with this kind of military. When you do 2 claim military on a board that's 6 characters or more,
Yeah.
you know, you do a military and it whittles down their board to 4 characters to your 8, and you think, I'm doing alright. But then it only takes a Valada Harris just to even it back up again. And,
Yeah, or a
and-
wildfire or something.
Yeah, sometimes it's better to save your 2 claim military until after the reset where it bites more on a smaller board.
Yeah.
But of course, on a plot where George's knights have renown, what is he playing?
On a
A
misty,
Misty
morn.
Nice.
Wow.
That's good.
That's a nice little combo. So he's played that to bring the dead character back to hand that died in the military challenge. And then using the gold... Well, yeah, not even using... Did he use the gold? Yeah,
Yeah.
he used the gold to ambush
No.
them back in.
He didn't use any gold because they're free.
Oh, they're free,
But then he
sorry.
triggered the high tower for gold back and
there you go,
card
yeah.
draw. So basically, he drew 2 cards and gained a gold. And defended a challenge. So that's a really nice combination. I like that. People should take note.
It's like the circle of life, isn't it? They're on the board, they go to the dead pile, they go back to the hand, they get back to the board. It's like the little circle of life.
It's like rain. They evaporate back to his hand, and then he rained it back out again.
I feel like I'm going to sound like I'm on drugs tonight.
You always sound like you're on drugs, to be honest.
Do I? I feel like
Yes.
I'm worse than usual.
You're a little bit disjointed, but I'm attributing that to the fact that you've taken copious amounts of LSD.
Just to note, these videos aren't suitable for children.
Why ever not?
I think I've been swearing like a trooper and now we're talking about drugs, so yeah, probably not the best children's video.
Yeah, I agree. Probably not the best children's video. So George is getting Honeywine triggers, he's getting renowns, Jousting Knight doing some work. He didn't get Fields to the reach. But he's on 11-2 into this round. So this round looked like it was going quite well for Rik, but actually the Misty Morn on a guard play seemed quite good. Kept the momentum from getting away from him.
Yeah.
This is only round 1, so I guess it's not an indication of how competitive the decks are. So we will see later in the tournament if these decks reappear again.
Yeah.
This is round 1. You get any sort of decks round 1, so you don't know really the strength of them.
Well, I'm not recording, like through the tournament, I don't record the top game in each one. I'm just sort of trying to get as many people on camera as possible.
Nice.
But then you
Get to see some different decks.
Exactly, yeah. But then obviously in the top 4, you might see people coming again. That,
I wonder if Rik is running a king or queen to go with his white book agenda.
well, what I was going to ask was, is there a king? There's a King Rob, right?
There is a king Rob.
Is that alt art the King Rob one?
I don't know. I
'Cause
don't
that
think
would
that
make
king
sense,
Rob
isn't
ever
it?
had an alt art.
Ah, okay.
But it might do.
What's the one where you can like take someone out the challenge?
King Rob.
Cool. Not that that happens at any point.
Spoilers! So I'm guessing he's going to marshal King Rob with his plot.
I've no idea. Long Winter.
Long Winter?
Into Jewel. I'm really happy. Like this tournament, I was really excited because like I saw so many cards that like are ones that I've drawn.
Really?
Yeah, like the Stark faction card is one that I did.
The Terminator,
And then-
I and Ned.
Yeah, and then the Jewel is the one that I did for our birthday tournament. That's me versus Calvin.
Oh yeah.
That was like years ago. It was really
Super.
nice just seeing like little random bits of art by all different people popping up. I was like, oh, I remember doing that.
Rik said one of the main reasons he came and played in Northampton, he braved the 3-hour drive because he got to play the Northampton card that he picked up the card that you drew.
Really?
Yeah, and he wanted to play them, so...
Oh, thanks, Rik. I did notice during the tournament, especially the Northerners were playing a lot of the cards.
Yeah.
And Ayrton was using my favourite map. I don't think I got him on camera. But yeah, my favourite map, the Disney one that I did.
Oh, yeah.
That's still my favourite one. I probably should say it's one of the Thrones player ones, but no, I still like that Disney one. But yeah, it was nice seeing everyone still using all the old stuff.
Well, it looks like there's a bit more enthusiasm for local fun now. We've got some players playing this Thursday night, and because they want to get some decks ready for the regional in the end of September down in Aldershot, being run by Martin Lewis.
Yeah, just a shout out for that tournament, the Mad King tournament. As Rich said, in Aldershot, it is prepay only.
Did you say the Martin tournament?
Sure. It is prepay only, so you do need to try and book your tickets as soon as possible. Just make sure your name gets down there. Also helps out the tournament organisers as well for paying for all the Thrones prize support and stuff. So,
is there an attendance cap?
I don't think there's a cap, but you have to pay before you go. Like I think it's the day before, maybe it's cut off. But yeah, the earlier you pay, the easier it is for Martin to organise extra prize support. So
sure,
so
I'm sure a lot of people wait until payday in August and then they'll pay immediately. Yes,
we've already paid. We're on the ball.
Have we?
Yeah.
Excellent. I knew that.
Sure. Still on Rick's marshalling here then. I say still, I'm not sure he's actually marshalled anything yet.
What's the attachment on Arya?
Let me consult my memory.
Yeah?
It's
Yeah?
either Wolf King or Shaggy Dog, I think.
Well, it's not Ward.
What do you reckon?
No idea. Might be Shaggy Dog.
Yeah,
It's got a lot of text.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. Nice. Like you say, it's got lots of text.
It does have lots of text. I'm going to go with Shaggy Dog. George, you're going to go with Old Town. Another The Reach traded location.
Oh, this is where the power comes flooding in, right? When you've got Septum on the board.
Yeah, it's a little bit obnoxious, but mainly because you can't really do anything about it. And the combination with Steve the Septum is just really good, because that Septum you pay to and you get 2 gold back after you've used him in a challenge. Not only that, you get a card, and not only that, you can get to trigger Old Town quite effectively and draw him back again for power. So the combo is just too efficient, and I think that's why people think it's obnoxious.
Yep, I think it's fair.
But then people are like, but Tyrell are rubbish, let them have their cards. Which is fair to a degree.
Yeah, I mean, every faction needs a few stupid cards that people groan over, right? Just a quick note on the board. So Mirror's come out, blanking that Warden to the Reach, and we've also got I'm No One on Arya again. Just a quick one.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So we're going in for a big old intrigue with Arya, Rik and Mira.
Ricky's really committed to reeking.
He really wants to get it off, doesn't he?
He could reek. He cannot reek. Make me feel like, for fuck's sake, George.
Not another one.
Like, he must be so cheesed off. He's like, I've committed all this effort into reeking ostensibly a shit character.
And then George's like, yeah,
I'll win
have
the challenge.
2 of them. All 3 on the board now. This is where you're just going to be like, right, screw you, Wildfire or Valar.
Valar Morghulis would be best because no dupes.
On either side though, right?
Well, very true.
So, sad times for Rik. Doesn't get that challenge through. It is a 2-claim plot, so I can see why George would want to defend it.
Yeah, and you've got 2 extra bodies on there to take claim if need be for military.
Exactly.
So it'd make the sense.
Sure. What's he going to go in for next then?
Well, he got a non-kneeling Arya with stealth, so why not do non-kneeling Arya challenges?
Yeah, so we've got a power then, stealthing.
The Jousting Knight. Because the Jousting Knight can just defend for 4 with its 3 strength and a Jousting Pavilion.
Yeah.
There's no point jousting, the army of the Reach, Warden of the Reach. Might as well stealth the Jousting Knight and force him to kneel something more significant.
Or get it unopposed.
We'll get it unopposed.
So 2-claim plot. Why can't I speak today? 2-claim plot, meaning that the numbers have really sort of started merging back together again.
For now, George has not done his challenges yet.
This is true.
He got a potential 2-claim power challenge coming through with the Fields of the Reach.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he has Old Town.
Yeah.
And any unopposed challenges he can muster.
Has Rik got any power? Yeah, he's got Arya standing for power. I think she's the only one, right?
He's got Bryce Karen, who is now kneeling for military. So Arya and Bryce stealthing the honour guard. Makes sense. Rik wants George to commit a power icon into this challenge.
Mm-hmm. I feel like George would cry if he came across the plot. Mad King, what's it called?
Mad King Command.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure George has seen it in the wild, because George had practiced on the Iron Throne on occasion. On many occasions.
Yeah.
Because it is just for someone who had to spend time on their computers and you get a spare half an hour here, it's a really easy resource to jump online and play your deck.
It is very handy. But what I mean is, it would really hurt his board state right now.
It would decimate.
Oh. Going all in there for the defence.
Interesting. He really cared about the military. Didn't want to lose those kneeling honour guards. Maybe he's thinking, don't want to get reeked next round.
So I've got the intrigue coming back. And Arya defending.
Well, that's his only power icon, right? So now he's going to suffer 2-claim power? Oh no, he's going to win it. And so he could restand his command and more. Which is fair. But he still doesn't have any standing power challenges, does he? They're going to field the reach and kneel 3 reach location.
Yeah. With Arya, because she was I'm no wand, that's a phrase. So she would have had insight then, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Winning that challenge. But Rik didn't take any. What's the hand limit for Long Winter? Is it 5?
4.
4. He does have a
He
lot
got
of
6
cards.
cards.
Yeah, he probably didn't want to have to chuck it. I'll assume that's what it was.
Yeah, George couldn't win the power challenge by 5 to get another power on the Honeywine because the Jousting Knight only counts its strength when attacking or defending alone.
Ah. I always forget that bit.
A bit sad for George, but...
Well, I mean, he's widened that gap again a lot. 12-3.
12-3. Did you forget how difficult it was to play in real life?
What do you mean?
You had a few games on the Iron Throne in the 8 Regions of Westeros tournament, and then playing in real life is a completely different way of remembering your triggers.
Nah, playing in real life was much nicer.
Yeah?
Yeah, way prefer it to playing on phones, on online. I don't like playing online.
I mean, I'm not asking for preference, I'm just asking for how easy it was to remember your triggers and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's alright. I probably forgot triggers here and there. And I forgot a couple of little things that I probably should have done. But I prefer that though, because it's off my own back and it's my own skill. And if I make a mistake and forget something, then that's on me. And I
the
remember
Iron Throne
better.
does prompt you for reactions.
Yeah.
If not actions.
Yeah, and the thing with that is that's fine, but that's not a real life scenario. You're not going to have someone standing behind you saying, "Oh, Rebecca, don't forget your Lady Sansa's rose."
No, but
that's part of the skill of playing, I think.
It can help you remember that you have reactions. And,
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's I'm not looking down on using it, but what I mean is in real life, you don't have someone prompting you to do that. I think it's more skill to think about, okay, what reactions have I got, and try and make sure you go through everything in the right order. And I think that's a lot of reps in real life are important, because the Iron Throne, although useful for practice, you can lose a lot of that instinct on, oh, okay, reactions. I need to go through my reactions, what reactions are, that kind of thing.
Interesting.
Would you not agree?
I don't know, I think using both is fairly valuable. Iron Throne is nice to just not have to build the deck with the cards. You can try out some ideas and you can go play games reasonably quickly. And I think sometimes being prompted for a reaction helps remind you so that you get it into your head for your real life game to look for a reaction.
Maybe.
And it looks like it is King Rob.
Yeah, I should probably just quickly run through the plots there. So we've got Marched and Wildfire. George has chosen to go first, I think was the first time this game, so that he could trigger the Marched first and then the Wildfire, to ensure he kept his good characters on the board.
Talbot Surrey, Jousting Knight, and Highguard and Honour Guard. What about Wardens of the Reach? I would have thought they'd be good. They're massive strength.
Yeah, true.
But he kept the 2 Renowns.
Well, I'm guessing he wants to go in for the win. He's got 12 power. Just needs an Old Town trigger, 13, and then maybe get a honey wine or something if he can.
The dangerous thing with going first in that scenario is you have to pick first. And Rik with, say, if he had Rik on the board still, that's a dangerous thing.
True, yeah. Because then Rik knows what he can get past.
Yeah.
And we know that George has ambushed in all 3 of those reach reduction characters.
Highguard and Honour Guard.
Thanks. Yeah. So he's, not going to have any of those back in his hand. Ha! Although maybe he wanted to go first because he had a green apple knight.
Ah.
How many knights is he?
3.
They're all knights, aren't they? Yeah.
Well, except the Honour Guard. Shadows. Oh.
Interesting.
Steve the Septon.
No, getting rid of him.
Wonder what the card in Shadows is.
I can't actually remember.
Pinch.
That'd be funny. And a little bit pointless in this game, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not really anyone that you desperately want to pinch, right?
Just pinch anyone. Just do pinchy things.
Sure thing, hun. Winterfell Steward, and a dupe on the Ari there. What you gonna do, Rik?
Save all his gold.
Nah.
You're gonna pay for King Rob. Nice.
Were they nationals?
Yeah. Or worlds.
Cool. Well done, hun.
Might even be casual cards. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
And card and shadows, but no gold that I can see.
Just saving that shadow card for a rainy day. So Rob can take out a non-king challenge from a challenge in which he's participating, a military challenge. You also get +1 strength for each loyal character controlled, which is none. In military challenge, that is.
Yeah. So I'm assuming he's just in the deck for that Kingsguard trigger.
Yep. So that makes the White Book agenda a bit better.
We have an entry coming in from the Green Apple Knight, which we're defending with Arya.
Unsuccessfully.
Ooh.
+5.
Nice.
And intimidating. So that would be why George wanted to go for the Honour Guard in the dead pile.
Yep, so winning by 5 triggers the honey wine. Wasn't unopposed. And taking Lewin for claim. Intimidating Rob.
Should be able to win the power challenge here and trigger Fields of the Reach. Bryce
Don't
Town
forget
is
about the Northern
5
Armory
strength.
down the bottom.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're going in for Militoire. No renowns there. But Intimidate still on the Green Apple Knight, that makes sense.
So use Northern Armory to stand Rob. defending with everyone.
You might as well, because you can kneel your faction card to restand them all again.
Ah, yeah, of course. Removing the green apple knight from the challenge. Which means that Rik should win it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here we go. I think you stand each participating character if you have a king, right?
I'd assume it's just people that are actually, part of the white book. Oh, come on. There we go.
Yeah, so after you win a challenge, each faction card stand each defending king guard character, each participating king card. So yeah, so Rob won't restand.
Yeah.
Every time I play against that agenda, my opponent always wins the game by triggering it, standing loads of characters, and I'm like, well shit, I forgot that agenda did. Every time. I just refuse to acknowledge in my mind that it exists.
So George has got a power from the old town. Rik's just having a mini last hurrah by doing a military, but George is now winning the dominance.
Nice.
And that's the game. So, congratulations to George, commiserations to Rik. Thanks as always to everyone for watching the game with us. And we'll be back with round 2 as soon as we can, I guess.
Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.